Hello guys, good morning, good afternoon and good evening to you all. Welcome back to Gospel News, where they give you no bung information on us. It take the go. Let's go straight to the reason why we are here. Today is the 7th day of July 2023. As it take the go, so they say that Speaker has pushed the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's discussion to a later date, and the House of Representatives, no be smart, they say this matter don't reach House of Reps, and they are now calling for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu with immediate alacrity. And no be smart, they discuss for there. So it's a good news that they are now discussing this issue at all corners and at all fronts. So we are hoping that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is gonna receive his freedom certificate very soon, make a comeback, come rest and re-strategize on the way forward, because this move no be small move, it don't tough. Now he make some of our people now we come from Southeast region are calling for his release in the House of Representatives, and we also how do I put it? We're also happy about it, in fact, because this thing is lingering for so long, and it has brought about loss of destruction in our territory, because a lot of people's lives are, tied to this agitation, and they need freedom very, very urgently, and something has to be done. In fact, before I play on the video, Mona using the eyes and ears, see and watch. Make I still go to another update here. They said that Delta Government Tribunal Court dismisses Labour Party governorship candidate petition for lack of merit. When I don't hear that one, they say that Delta State Labour Party there don't lose their ground based on say the case within the file against the governor where they sit down. So say the thing get heard. We'll go into details. There's no time to waste your time at all. Now, Speaker of House of Representatives Tajuddin Abbas on Thursday rejected an amendment motion seeking the release of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The recommendation to defer the motion was made by Rep. Ginger Onwusibe, Labour Party for Abia State. Because these Labour Party people, they do well following a motion by Rep. Eze Nwachukwu Eze, PDP, Ebonyi, during the plenary session in Abuja. Okay, it be like say this thing done they bite harder. So all these reps, when they talk before, they don't begin the talk. But when I saw the video anyways, I saw mostly new faces. These like young people, I think they are better. Young people are thinking smarter than old people. I remember when all these old cargoes were in all these places, we weren't hearing things like this that much. Reps Eze's motion was titled Need to Forestall Further Killings in Ebonyi Local Government Area and the Rising Insecurity in Ebonyi Ohauku Federal Constituency, Ebonyi State. However, Rep. Onwusibe, representing Isialangwa North of Abia State, requested that the motion be amended to include the release of Kanu in order to address the disturbing cases of killings in the southeastern part of the country. It will be recalled that Nnamdi Kanu has been in the custody of the Department of State Security, DSS, despite a court ruling ordering his release, which means that the government is, intentionally holding him despite court orders ordering his release for him to go to his mama and his papa houses or making a return to UK or Kenya, where he was abducted and extraordinarily renditioned. Eze in his motion, urged the federal government led by President Bola Tinubu to consult with political, traditional, and religious leaders in Ebonyi State and the Southeast to find a lasting solution to the insecurity in the region. He also called on the Acting Inspector General of Police to deploy armored personnel carriers to strategic points in Ebonyi State to prevent future attacks. Additionally, Rep. Eze urged the Nigerian police force and other security agencies to ensure effective policing of Ebonyi stroke Ọ̀hà-Ukwu federal constituency and other states in the southeast and the entire country. He recommended training the vigilante groups for intelligence gathering and community policing, as well as allocating budgetary provisions for the Nigerian police force to acquire more combat helicopters for proper surveillance of the southeast and Nigeria as a whole. This training that they are recommending for vigilantes, is it not the vigilantes that the army is killing? The army, the Nigerian army, they are killing vigilantes who are fighting against Fulani terrorism. However, the speaker rejected the amendment to include the release of Nnamdi Kanu in the motion, stating that it was not relevant to the topic of Ebonyi killings. Now, do you see where the problems lies? So, how can you now say that the amendment to include Nnamdi Kanu's release in that motion is not relevant towards what is happening in Ebonyi State? Speaker Abbas, you have not done well here, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's issue has been raised in all corners of Nigeria as one of the reasons for insecurity in the southeastern part of the country. Now, this is where we are having problems. Everybody in the southeastern part of Nigeria can attest to the fact that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's kidnap has, emboldened insecurity in the southeastern part of the country. And only his release can dose tension, which everybody. Yesterday we talked about a colonel who called for his release, and they are making Mazi Nnamdi Kanu more heroic with his further detention. That colonel, Lamo Sabo or something, he called for his release as well. But look at what is happening in the House of Reps. This one now, I don't know whether Abuja will be waiting. They tell us, that the amendment cannot hold because it has nothing to do with the insecurity in Ebonyi State. And you all saw what happened, how the unknown government has been moving around, calling for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release, like what we have seen in recent videos circulating on the internet. Rep. Onwusibe argued that the insecurity in the region was as a result of Kanu's prolonged detention and urged the government to consider his release as a means to restore peace. And I agree with him. The deputy leader of the House of Reps, Ibrahim Halims, disagreed with the amendment, emphasizing that matters like this should be determined by the court rather than parliamentary decision. The Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Benjamin Kanu, in his contribution, explained that Onwusibe's motion aimed to find a diplomatic or political solution to the Kanu's issue. He suggested that the prayer of the amendment should urge the president to explore alternative approach to a lasting resolution. The Speaker, Rep. Abbas, decided to defer ruling on the motion until the next week after consulting with both the minority and majority leaders to clarify the legal position on the matter. I will defer ruling on this at this particular time, and I will invite both the minority and majority leaders to consult and see what the point of the law says before I make my own position known, said Abbas. While other motions and amendments were ruled upon, the decision regarding the release of Nnamdi Kanu was postponed for further consideration. When I don't hear how the matter take go, so this one now, we'll be hearing the outcome of this plenary session and the meeting with the minority and majority House of Reps members next week to see what they are going to come up with. But I want to urge Mr. Abbas here that the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will aid the security of lives and properties in the southeast region, because it's really giving us headache. When you see Tajuddin Abbas, PhD, Honorable Speaker, House of Representatives, 10th Assembly. This is why they put only Fulanis in top positions, so that when you want to talk about things that will benefit the people of the Southeast, especially Biafrans, they will now kick against it, which is what he has done here. I'm telling you, that is not correct. And It's shameful for us to accept that. Now let us watch the video so that una go still see and may not be like say, nah, only mouth, nah, take the talk am.
Staying with us, the leadership of the House of Representatives says it will decide an appropriate ruling regarding the motion for the release of IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu. This is as the lawmakers get ready to host the winner of the 2023 Cambridge Teachers Award, Akim Badru. National Assembly correspondent Joke Adisa reports.
Motions bordering on insecurity and indiscriminate killing of innocent citizens still dominate the other paper. One of them is the call for the intervention of security agencies in parts of Ebonyi State. In the process of amending the prayers of the motion, a member moved that IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu be released to bring about relative peace in the southeast.
Those in support of this motion as amended, this amendment should say aye.
Aye. And the House was thrown into some disorder as lawmakers took positions.
The amendment will be to urge Mr. President to use political intervention, diplomatic intervention, asking for his mercy to release Nnamdi Kanu.
Let's please respect our laws. I will invite both the minority and the majority leaders so that we can consult and see what the point of law says.
The House has commended this year's winner of the Cambridge Teachers Awards, Akim Badru, for making Nigeria proud. It also canvassed a national recognition for the teacher as it prepares to host him at a special plenary session.
Akim Badru, as a Teach SDG ambassador, funded the construction of a borehole to address water-related diseases, thereby contributing to the achievement of the 2030 Sustainable Development Goals.
Erosion is still ravaging the southeast, and a number of motions are moved to address the menace.
This is a motion on the urgent need to carry out reconstruction works on the fed portions of the Oba, Nnewi, Oga, Agwata, Arondi, Zog, Okigwe Federal Road in Idemili North and South, Nnewi North and South.
On account of a motion by Lagos lawmaker Kafayat Ogbara, the House called for implementation of the Disability Act to achieve inclusion.
The House resolves to urge Mr. President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, to consider allotting 10% of appointed positions for the physically challenged persons in Nigeria.
Worried by the outbreak of diphtheria in the country, legislators unanimously passed a motion calling on the federal government to contain the disease and arrest further fatalities. Joke Adisa, TVC News, Abuja.
All right, another say they don't call for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu at the House of Reps. So we are waiting for at least a good response from the lower and the upper chambers next week, just like they have postponed. And as we proceed, so they say that in Delta State, say they don't kick out one case for court when Labour Party bring to overthrow the governor there, say now win the petition, the governorship position. The Delta State Governorship Election Petitions Tribunal sitting in Asaba has dismissed the petition of Labour Party LP governorship candidate Ken Kwela for abandoning his petition against the People's Democratic Party PDP candidate Sheriff Ovorewori. Pella had in a petition marked EPT DLO Governor GOV/01/23 challenged the outcome of March 18, 2023 governorship election in the state and sought leave of the tribunal to upturn the declaration of the PDP candidate Sheriff Oborewori as Delta State Governor. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, was joined in the petition as first respondent, while the PDP governorship candidate and governor of Delta, Obowori, and his deputy, Monday, Onyeme, are second and third respondent, respectively, with the PDP as the fourth respondent. The lead counsel for the second and third respondent, Damian Dudu San, argued in an earlier application that the Labour Party's petition had been abandoned, stressing that the petitioner failed to avail himself of the 7-day window to apply for plea hearing notice. Una dey see am. So no be even these people problem. According to Dodo, the petition also failed to apply for another pre-hearing notice, effectively rendering his petition abandoned. He added that the petitioner applied for pre-hearing notice on May 19, 2023, before the close of pleadings, and as such, the petition was premature and incompetent. Ruling on the petition on Thursday, the chairman of the panel, Justice C.H. Ahuchogu, said the petition was incompetent and a flagrant violation of paragraph 18 subsection 1 of the 4th schedule to the Electoral Act 2022. The petition is incompetent and was issued in flagrant violation of paragraph 18 subsection 1 of the 4th schedule to the Electoral Act of 2022. We resolve this application in favor of the second and third applicant. There is merit in the application seeking to dismiss this petition, and accordingly, petition of this man is hereby dismissed. Ahuchogu ruled. So Labour Party, you don't go for Delta State. There's nothing anybody can do about that one. Again, Labour Party, ciao, una case don't close for Delta State. Muna go for continue for another state because you brought case and you know the full up. No be juju be that. I beg you, may we go straight to another news. No time. Today is another day. I beg help us touch the share button. Make it reach other people. Say they don't discuss Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's issue for House of Reps. And next week, we'll bring on the result of what they discussed. Thank you and God bless you.